for a beam. Let me show you inside what that would look like. We're trying to find a beam here. I know I got to turn down the music. Hold on. I don't want to get copyright strike, right? So, not sure how to do that yet. Somebody else's system here. Okay. So this wall, he took off the drywall from me. We inspected the sill. Look for rot, things like that. This is the load-bearing section here. Now this beam is steel. It has a beam going across here with stacked crush blocks, if you will. And I want you to look at this crush block, as I'm referring to it as, not as a transfer beam. So, rise in color, the crush block specifically for this being crushed is the bottom elevation, and that's where the dimensions are being shortened by it crushing. And so there's a shear action going in here. Same thing over here. Look what the elevation is down here at the bottom of it, and yet way up here, there's two different elevations. So this is a failure. That's why I'm getting him to take it out and replace it. Now I've got him to move these two over here on top of this beam. The contractor had them over here where they weren't very functional. Let me switch around and show you. I was showing you what the YouTubers do, right? They do it this way. They go backwards with the camera and they try to point this way. This is really weird, looking at myself and trying to talk and show you what you need to do. So let's see if I focus on, I need a longer arm. So this is redundancy. You got to be careful, you got to be careful of intercepting a load with these. Both of them are about the same tautness on the beam above, which we saw as this beam above. I got them expose it and it's steel up there. Now, it's kind of different here. This is the wall that is flapping in the wind. All right, this wall is loose. Let me see if I switch the camera around again. Let's see if I do. Yeah, this is weird doing it this way. I know the YouTubers do it this way, and so it's kind of weird to do. Look at this and look at that. So, I'll come back to you on this one. Let's go ahead and switch out. I'm trying to switch out. Okay, we're this way. This wall is loose in the wind. Yeah, I'm not used to being behind the camera, as you know, with that hand thing like that. Again, the beam is here. It turned out to be steel, not wood. It's obviously from there all the way over to here. I've got them exposing the outside wall so we can see what it looks like, what kind of load bearing, what connection they made with this outside wall. A drunk driver hit this wall, came off of that roadway there, flew down here at high speed, took out a tree, and was decelerated so much that he only did this much damage to the property. That needs to be obviously taken out. We're going to use a high set rapid set product. I'm really a rapid set fan, so all this foam that somebody put in there has got to come out. This is load bearing right now, so we don't, well, it's transferred to here now. This design was load bearing here. This is not load bearing, this is just a load path, if you will. Specifically, you can see the gap at the end of each one of the, well, I can do better than that. Screwdriver. Okay, so now you see that. But over here again, the crush block, you'll see that how it acts like a crush block. You'll see that I'm going to go in line with the bottom of the joist here. All right, let me and if I let you do a pencil line there, and I'm going to move this right now, you'll see how much lower it is. Now I'll go up to the top of that where it is now, and I'll put this level. We see how much it dropped by. See the gap down there? It's pretty significant. That's why this needs to be changed out. He was just replacing the window anyway. I mean, deleting the window. So, excuse me. So now we're going to go with however I have to connect it to the steel. And it's going to have plywood going across it to tie it in as a shear wall, so we don't get this one stud kicking out. Basically, think of it as a deck. That you're trying to tie the deck into a beam that goes across, but in this case we have a steel beam. So It still might take some more exploratory, meaning opening this up, bring out the mag drill and drill 2 holes, bolting together. And might even go back with steel, and then from the steel, transfer the wood all around it. I like the idea of steel. I like steel. Now let's go outside where he's exposed, opening that up so we can see how the connection looks. Okay, it's getting there. We should be able to see in just in a moment. That's just like a particle board. And then the wood around it really is structural. It's acting structural now, I think, in a shear capacity. Let's get lucky. I see it. Good. So they went over it. They went over that one. Oh, they turned it into a crush block. It's doubled up there. Is it doubled? There's 2 of them. It's doubled there. Is it 2? 1. It's only 1. That's on the face, isn't it? Yeah. So that's why we got that one crushing down. So it's just 1. And then they built it down. Can you take off that lower panel now? That lower piece? Yeah, so because they obviously stacked it. We just want to see how it's stacked. But the steel is all the way out. We like that. That's where crack is also up here in the bedroom above. But it's more like a probably expansion from the steel, the heat. And now we'll take a look. So when I get up there, I'm going to look to see if it moved at all. And what I'll do is I'll look for any indicators, any witness marks that it slid. And hopefully I won't find any. So we're going to look for some witness stack. Yep. So they stacked it. And that is, I'm trying to find the top of the wall. Right there. That's the header that's inside, doubled up, and then they didn't continue it down, obviously, with the window. Can I come up and take a look? I want to see if, I want to look for some witness marks, it's called, to see if that...
These are pretty big.
Yeah. Oh, it's not a 2x4? 2x rather.
It's like a real...
Oh, okay, yeah, this is interesting. All right. So they used the old lumber they found somewhere. 2 inches in actual dimensions. Now, witness marks. Good news is, let me zoom in here. Good news, they put 2 nails here that would be our witness marks. They would move out of the way if this thing was moving inward or outwards. I don't see where it's compressing in the wood. That's great. So I'm real happy with this. It comes up shy here. I'm looking to the left here. I don't see where it slid, moved. I do see it could be just the nail driven wrong. Right here that caused this to burst out a bit. But the there's our drop ceiling. There's our crush block being crushed. I can get fingers in there. No, it was cut short. This nail has been sitting here forever. It's not moved. No witness marks indicating it moved anywhere, any of these. These are doubled up. Okay, good. All right, so I would say this is pretty damn stable. Now they notched it's the floor joist left and right of the house meeting on top of this. This one's got a gap on it. Now, is that gap, was it always there? I would say, looking at the width, again, trying to get lighting in here for you. No movement. I would say that's where it always was. Where it always was. So let's recycle a little bit of concrete on there. I'm liking this. Oh my God, in the video. Yep, good. I got it in the video, and I'll come back to you for home. I can figure out how to end it.